15th August 1977, Ohio Wesleyan University had a routine day. But tonight, something was about to happen here that will remain a mystery for humans for years to come. A 30-meter wide reflector of the Big Ear radio telescope detected a very large radio signal at 10 p.m. at night. This signal passed through the telescope and reached the IBM 1130 computer, and from here it was automatically converted and sent to the printer. At this time of night, in the control room, the printer's voice was completely silent. A printed signal on the paper was suppressed among other printouts, and no one was aware that the Big Air telescope had received an alien signal coming from the Sagittarius constellation in the sky. A few days later, the control room technician picked up all the printouts and left them at the home of astronomer Jerry Eman. Transcript by Revacom, page of Romans 21. I recognize that the men know Cyclops from the Paroma. On all the other pages, signals were written in numbers 1 and 2, but at one place, Ahmed found some strange numbers and letters written. 6. EQUJ5. Jerry Ahmed saw this signal and highlighted it with his red pen and wrote WOW next to it. Since then, it has been known as the WOW signal. But what was so special about this signal? Why has it been a mystery to astronomers for the last 47 years? And did this signal come from the Sagittarius constellation? Was it a message from aliens, or was it just a coincidence? Welcome to Recap English Videos once again. There was a study behind the importance of the WOW signal, which was released about 18 years before this incident. In 1959, physicists Philip Morrison and Giuseppe Cocconi of Cornell University released a paper in which it was hypothesized that if there is any extraterrestrial civilization in the universe, it will use a frequency of 1420 megahertz to communicate with us, i.e., those living on Earth. The reason for this is that this frequency comes naturally from hydrogen, and everyone knows that hydrogen is the most common element in this universe, and it may be a common and understandable reference for every technologically advanced civilization. That is why this frequency is considered ideal for extraterrestrial communication. It is study 1973 May, Ohio State University Radio Telescope, Big Airco Extraterrestrial Earth Atmosphere, Bahar Intelligent Life, Key Signals, or is Mission Co. Nah, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence. Joe Design Big Air Radio Telescope, Ohio University Campus, per Perkins Observatory. Its mission was to scan the different parts of the sky and detect any intelligent signal that came from outside the Earth. To understand the data of the Big Air Radio Telescope, we asked the help of astronomer Jerry Eman, who was happy to do this job. On the night of August 15th, 1977, the signal received by the telescope at 10:16 was so unique and powerful that Eman and his fellow scientists were amazed. The signal for 72 seconds, which became 6 EQUJ5 after computer conversion. A signal made numbers or letters. Signal may total or her character seconds telescope. Signal detect. Computer may record or ugly. Second score record. If there are 6 characters in the WOW signal and each character is 12 seconds, then it means that the WOW signal kept reaching the telescope for a total of 72 seconds. Let me tell you here that when there is no signal received in the telescope, it records the value of 0. The smallest signal is 1, and as the numbers increase, it means that the intensity of the signal is increasing. Normally, in the Big Ear telescope, 1 to 3 or 4 intensity were received, but the WOW signal started with 6. If the signal is greater than 10, it will be converted into alphabets. Like 10 means A, 11 means B, and 12 means C. In the same way, it will move forward. The second part of the WOW signal was converted by the computer into E, which means 14. In other words, where the intensity of the signal was 6 in the last 12 seconds, it became 14 in the next 12 seconds. The third is Q, whose value is 26. The biggest value of this signal was 30, which the computer converted to U, and then in the last two parts, its value became J, i.e. 20, and then 5. The most special thing about this WOW signal was that it was only heard on a 1420 MHz frequency channel, the same frequency that naturally comes out of the hydrogen element. This is why, in the eyes of astronomers and scientists, this signal has been sent from space by a civilization that is as intelligent as us humans. Now you must be wondering that there are so many asteroids, planets, galaxies, and clusters in the universe. It is possible that this signal was randomly generated from somewhere. Then why is it being connected to aliens? Actually, the 1420 MHz frequency is of the hydrogen line, element scientist civilization, advanced species signal. Transcripts provided by Transcription Outsourcing, LLC. Another reason to connect the WOW signal with the aliens is that cosmic events in space do throw signals, but they are neither of this pattern, i.e. slowly increasing and slowly decreasing again, nor do those signals come only once. But another special thing about the WOW signal that points to the aliens is that this signal was only heard once. If this signal to some natural event, it would have been heard again and again. And most importantly, it would not have been in the frequency band of only 1420 MHz. Now let's come to our second question. Where did this signal come from in the sky? It is very difficult to know the exact location of the WOW signal from where it came due to the design of the Big Air telescope. There were two different structures in the telescope, which are called feed horns. Due to the rotation of the Earth, these two feed horns were scanning the sky in different directions. WOW signal was heard in only one feed horn, but not in the other, and the data was processed in such a way that it is not possible to decide which horn sounded this signal. That's why we have these two different locations, where the direction of both the feed horns was at that time, and this signal may have come from these two locations, but it is not exactly confirmed which location was among these two. The signal's location was in a specific area of the Sagittarius constellation, which was near the globular cluster M55 and Tau Sagittarii. This mystery is still unsolved because we know that the WOW signal came from the Sagittarius constellation, but exact coordinates have not yet been confirmed. There are many theories and hypotheses about the WOW signal, that what it was and where it came from. But scientists do not agree on a single theory. One possibility is that it was an interstellar twinkling of it is the same as twinkling stars. But this signal was not detected by the Very Large Array Telescope, which is more sensitive to the Big Air. If this signal was detected on Big Air due to interstellar twinkling, then why it was not detected on VLA? So this theory also proved wrong. The second thought has been expressed, that perhaps this signal was generated from the Earth, but in space, it was reflected from an asteroid or space debris and recorded on a Big Air telescope. But this theory also proved to be wrong later, because scientists say that if this signal had been generated on Earth, it would not have been so powerful to reach the value of U, i.e. 30, by colliding with space debris and coming back. Another problem is that the frequency band of 1420 MHz is reserved for astronomy, and there is no permission on Earth to send signals at this frequency to radios. This is why it is not possible to generate a WOW signal on Earth. Jerry Eman and other astronomers tried to find the signal 50 times, but this signal was never heard again. 1987 or 1989 May. Robert Gray Oak Ridge Observatory car, Meta Ray Yuki. 1995 May H. Paul Hun, Greek Bank Observatory Telescope car Yuki. 1999 May Gray or Simon. Mount Pleasant Radio Observatory car, 26-meter telescope. Absolutely silent. Was this signal an accident Or did the aliens want to contact us and then stopped? In 2017, Antonio Perez said that this signal may have come from two comets, 266P and 335P hydrogen clouds. But astronomers rejected this idea because the comets were not in the right spots at that time, and secondly, the hydrogen clouds could not throw a radio signal at this frequency. Scientists said that if this signal was of a comet, then both the feet would have been detected on the horns. But that did not happen. WOW signal is a mystery whose answer scientists still do not have. Was it a message from an alien civilization or a natural cosmic event? The scientific community is still trying to understand the origin of this signal. Today, it has been 47 years since the WOW signal was recorded. But after the night of August 15th, 1977, this signal was never recorded on any telescope again. I hope you will like and share this video of Recap English. So much for your lovely comments. See you in the next video.